I'm going to call this work session to order for the Anchorage School Board on October 21st at 4:02 p.m. We do have in the room Member Higgins, Member Donnelly, our superintendent. I see that President Jacobs is online, who is not feeling well and did not want to infect the entire school district or the public, so he's participating from home. And they're on, or okay, Member Wilson and Member Wessons are online as well. So with that, we do have an agenda in front of us. We are going to change the order and hear from AASB second, but lead off with a report on right sizing. To the superintendent, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I'll hand it off to our team in just a moment. We're joined by Jim Anderson, our Chief Operating Officer, and our guests from Thread. We're excited to share more about the childcare initiative that we reference, but also we'd like to share some more in-depth details as it relates to the right sizing proposal at large. Mr. Anderson.
Good evening. We're going to start with some discussion with Stephanie Berglund. She's the CEO, President of KCI. Thread.
Good evening, good afternoon, I guess. Thank you, members of the school board and leadership at ASD and all the public. I'm Stephanie Berglund, the CEO of Thread. And if you're not familiar with our organization, we are a statewide nonprofit focused on a vision of strengthening access to affordable and high quality childcare. So we provide a large menu of services and supports to the sector, and I am excited to share a little bit of some of those details with you this afternoon. But I want to start by thanking you all for considering how you can strengthen the partnership, including your infrastructure in childcare. Childcare across the state and in Anchorage continues to be in crisis. There's a huge gap in the need and demand for childcare with the supply available. We were just looking at recent numbers, and in Anchorage alone, there's a gap of over 8,000 children who don't have access to childcare that they need it. That means all of their adults in the household are working and don't have access to quality childcare during the day. So thank you for considering how there can be options for partnership with the school district. Co-locating childcare with other sectors and industries is a trend we're seeing grow across the country, where there's partnership for co-location of childcare in senior centers, government buildings, and school districts like you're considering. So I want to acknowledge your effort and the research that you've done so far, and commend you for exploring this. As I described, Thread is a private nonprofit working across the state. We are primarily a social service, direct service organization, and I gave you all our brochure, which is a helpful frame of our services. We provide services to families, to early educators, to early childhood education programs, and also businesses and community. And this afternoon, I just wanted to highlight some of the specific services that we provide to early educators and to early childhood education programs, since that's an area specifically that you're focused on and looking at. When I say early childhood education programs, Thread is a hub of supports and resources for all early childhood education programs. So that includes childcare, Head Start and Early Head Start. It includes our pre-K programs, including in the ASD and other school districts across the state. And we are providing services and supports for our tribal and military child care programs as well. So we offer, like I said, a large menu of services, and wanted to highlight a few of those for you today. For early educators, Thread is the largest provider of training and professional development supports and services for our early educators in the state. We provide free training and access to individualized supports to help our early educators through their professional development. trajectory. You're the perfect audience to know that the number one indicator in a classroom of quality is the teacher, and that's no different in early childhood. So Thread works closely to offer targeted training and targeted technical assistance to our individual early childhood teachers across the state. So we do that through training, we do that through technical assistance and consultation. Teachers can contact us to ask about individual classroom support. We're often helping with teacher modeling in the classrooms. We're helping with maybe room arrangement or transitions. A large conversation has been more children showing up to childcare with challenging behaviors and needing additional support. So we're offering that technical assistance to teachers to help them feel more competent and confident in the classroom. To support their professional development, we also house and manage our larger system for early education development. That's called SEED. It's also in one of the flyers I provided for you. And SEED offers really a pathway for individuals to advance their professional development. What's great about SEED is we also often have financial resources available to teachers, so that helps offset their higher education costs. We can give them pathways for scholarships and sponsor some of their access to training that we don't provide. And to programs, since you're considering partnering with childcare programs, I wanted to share that for licensed childcare across the state, we offer our largest menu of services. Right now, all of our training that I mentioned is free, and many of our supports and resources for programs are also free of charge at Thread. Our largest area of service is, I mentioned that technical assistance for early education, but we also have targeted initiatives that we are offering annually on a short-term basis to help programs with their quality improvement. So based on maybe a program or classroom's goals, we're helping them with targeted training, technical assistance, and then connect that to financial support. Right now, we have an exciting entrepreneurship, I guess, opportunity called Start a Business of Caring. And I also brought a brochure for that. The application, unfortunately, is only open until next week. But when we have funding available, it's a line of business we intend to keep growing and expanding at Thread. I mentioned at the very beginning of my remarks that we have a huge access issue for childcare across the state. So Thread is looking at how we can continue to raise money and resources to help more entrepreneurs start up childcare. The Business of Caring initiative is really focused on how we can help people work through the licensing process and achieve a licensed childcare status, and also then